God, dog, shut up. Hey, we're getting 10 frames per second. That's it. That's an improvement of like 5 frames. Oh my God, hold on. Monster!
Yep.
Ugh. Oh, that's not good. God damn it.
Mm.
Shit. Okay, you know what? Let's forego the audio, and we'll just stick with, or let's forego the video, is what I mean.
Okay.
All right, so I'll call you back.
Okay.
All right, and you see my screen, is that correct?
I do.
Excellent. All right. Let's get this up and running. All right, folks. This is the first episode of Eternal Card Game with me and Derek.
Hi, folks.
So, both me and Derek enjoy some trading card games. If you listen to the podcast or watch it, you kind of know that. Originally, I wanted to do some drafting and Magic the Gathering online, but their client is atrocious. It is not good.
And butt ugly.
Yes. Thankfully, Eternal is more like Magic the Gathering than it is Hearthstone. It has a few Hearthstone similarities, but a lot of it comes from Magic, with both me and Derek play extensively. So
Yep.
in this stream, we're going to go ahead and do some drafting. I am a newbie at drafting, whereas Derek is like the almighty powerful drafting king extraordinaire.
I did okay back in the day.
So we both have little experience with this, so we're just going to jump right into it. So what we can do is we can go ahead and do the Forge, which is drafting but against AI opponents.
Oh, okay.
And we get one free one. Excellent. I've never done this before. Forge, you can pick 25 cards to play and 16 power automatic added to your deck.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so we're picking from 3 each time.
Yep.
Okay. So, and to clarify for folks, I don't have a ton of experience with Eternal. I know that it's mechanically a lot like Magic the Gathering, but with a Hearthstone-style interface that isn't ugly. But if I'm asking Mo, like, is Killer like Death Touch? That's why.
And
by the way,
yes,
is Killer Death Touch?
No, you can exhaust this unit to.
You can attack enemies direct or any monsters directly. Basically, it's like forcing them to block.
Yes.
Okay. What's Warcry?
Warcry.
Something happens when they come into play. Wait, no. It attacks the top unit or weapon of your deck. Gets +1/+1. Oh, it buffs. It buffs things you haven't drawn yet.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a couple of strangers here, but there's flying. So for those who don't listen to the podcast, go ahead and click on the. Well, I'll explain my reasoning here. So real quick, drafting, what carried me through draft and made me reasonably decent as I was, in large part was this acronym called BREAD. It tells you priorities for drafting. BREAD stands for bombs, removal, evasion, application, and defense. And those are in order of priority. The first one is the least clear. A bomb is basically just any card that by itself could pretty easily win you the game or put you in an almost unlosable state. And they are a wide variety of cards, everything from Wrath of God to Fireball to Shivan Hellkite. Just a bomb is just something that gives you a big advantage. It could just do a bunch of damage to an opponent, give a big life swing, like drain 4 or 5 life out of your opponent. That could be a big deal in draft. A big ass creature that's hard to deal with that has some evasion or trample on it, or just something that will give you board advantage, like a Wrath of God or something like that. Really varied, but you kind of have to just know what's gonna be good. So that one's not the most helpful. It's just think of like a super version of the other high priority cards. Second though is R, which is removal. Removal is great. Doesn't matter how shitty your creatures are if they don't have any. And if you're constantly taking out the best creatures they play, then you'll have board advantage and you'll win. Dudes on the ground wins you games, but you need to have board advantage. Otherwise, they're just going to stalemate each other. E is evasion. That makes your dudes way better. It makes you not care what they have. So flyers are the easiest to get, but unblockable and reliable land walk, stuff like that is also good. Since E is the third of the really high tier ones, it's evasion. We're going to grab the flyer. So flying and killer, that's basically evasion and removal all in one card. So we're going to take the Skycrag Wivark. It's a weird-ass name.
Sorry, I was posting the link to our stream. So
okay,
we're going to be taking that.
And remind me, Mo, the 5 with 2 symbols means it costs 5, but at least 2 of them have to be that type?
That is correct.
Okay, so it's not like colorless, 5 colorless and 2. It's 5 total with 2 of that color.
Correct. Okay. So this right here, the John 2 Warrior, think of it as 1 blue 4.
Yeah, it's a 5 cost, not a 6 cost. That was really what I was getting.
Correct.
So,
right.
All right then. And wrapping up the 2 lowest tier priorities, A is application. Basically means it's situationally good. It is good when it's good and otherwise not good. And you have to kind of just weigh how often that situation is going to be important to you, or how important it will be when it is important. You can use that to counter things you might be weak against, or just meta and grab something that counters some strong things that people might draw. But again, meta in a draft or sealed scenario is, kind of iffy.
Right.
And lastly, not the 5th of the high priority things, but again, the lowest priority thing that you should only draft if there's nothing else good in there, or if it's just super, super good, is D for defense. Walls, just plain life gain, stuff like that, prevent damage and do nothing else. It's all you're doing is making your deck better at losing slowly. And you don't want that.
That's the best way to explain that. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, like people will think but I'll have so much life, and yeah, but if you're not dealing with their dudes, if you're not dealing damage to them, et cetera, it doesn't matter. They'll still kill you in 3 more turns.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna get D, get good D. You need some big D. Or else don't leave it at home. So anyway, second pick. Now we can move on. We got a 2 cost 2/3. We have a 5 cost 3/5. Those are pretty vanilla and not that impressive. Mm-hmm. The Bold Adventurer's got a little bit of a good mana curve going on, but mana curve isn't nearly as important in draft because we are very likely not going to have a 4 set of those.
Right.
And we're going to have a multicolor deck, so I'm going to go by colors because I don't know the names of them. So like a yellow and a colorless. Having a yellow on turn 2 and that card in your hand on turn 2, it's going to be really unlikely. So it doesn't really matter that much. We're probably going to play that card on like turn 7. Mm-hmm. This one has words on it, and that makes me interested. It's got life steal, so we deal damage and gain 1 life. And you draw a shadow sigil. Is that the purple energy?
Yep.
Okay. So it's fairly weak removal, but still possible removal. Like we could follow up on like swinging with a 2/2 into their 3/3. They block, thinking they're good, and we kill it. gain a life, and get a little bit of mana ramp
Hmm.
in the process. It's worth putting it in her hand.
Okay, so we're going for the favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now remind me, we're drafting 25 cards. Is this, and we're gonna get 16 energy. Is that gonna be the deck? Like we're expected to put everything we draft into this deck?
Yes.
That is a weird way to draft. Okay, got to keep that in mind. So we've currently got blue and purple going. Stun means they don't untap.
Yes.
Okay, and what's infiltrate? Does something the first time it hits an enemy player. Oh, so just the first time. So if we sneak it through, it becomes a 4/4.
Yep.
All right. Well,
That's actually well. Okay. I mean, that's good on paper, but it has to hit face.
it's got to hit the face. These are 3 fairly meh cards, and I'm kind of we have no evasion. We have some really weak possible removal. I'm
Mhm.
kind of thinking maybe go with the Varus Favor. It'll also give us an excuse to draft some fatties if we have a pair of those in there or more.
Okay.
Yeah, like Daze could become some like pseudo evasion for next turn, but
Yeah.
that's pretty janky.
Yeah, but it's also a fast spell. Keep that in mind too.
Oh yeah, it's true. But I don't know. It's mostly defense, and I don't really care for it.
Okay.
Let's go with Varus Favor.
All right.
If anything, we'll play them both in one turn and pop someone down. I see a flyer. I see
There
two
are
flyers.
2 flyers. Yeah.
Fat flyer's better. Aegis means. Oh, okay, so it's a untargetable until you target them once, basically.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Fat flyer with some protection. Let's see. So, summon. You may sacrifice another unit to give it a buff.
Yep.
We have a flyer, though, and it's got infiltrate. And it becomes a 2/2 flyer after you poke them once. I like that. I'll take that all day.
All right. Let's go with that. Oh.
Polymorph is some pseudo removal. We got a 5-cost 1/1 flyer. When you draw a card, it gets +1/+1. Kind of like that.
Oh,
Polymorph is some pseudo removal.
I think this is. Hold on. So I think this is uncommon. This green.
Okay.
That's what I think that is.
That would make sense.
It's a step above common. I know that. That's what it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know how many rarities they have if they went Hearthstone route and gave like 35. I'm leaning on the 2 left ones. Again, we have a 2/2 lifesteal. It's mostly defensive. It's got no evasion. It's got no protection. It's not going to do anything fancy other than give us some life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning toward the fat flyer. I just like a deck full of flying critters.
So I'm assuming this is permanent. This +1/+1 is permanent because otherwise that'd be really weak.
It seems like, first of all, it seems like most buffs are permanent in this game,
Uh-huh.
at least the ones I've seen. But also, I feel like it would say until end of turn or until your next turn or something like that. The polymorph is a pseudo removal. They can still chump us, but if we're flying overhead with almost everything, it becomes pretty much just removal until they buff it.
I'm a little. Well, we've got another 20 picks left.
19 cards, 19 after this one.
Yeah, I'm just a little afraid because we're kind of.
We have a high mana curve.
We have
so
a high
far,
mana curve.
but
Yeah.
again, mana curve doesn't matter as much.
Okay.
And we have 2 ramp in our what will be a 41 card deck. So
so we're going with the
go with that because it amplifies any card draw we can get our hands on.
Oh, that's a good point.
And I like me some card draw. So on the far right we have some removal, and on the far left we have some removal.
Yep. So this one is on a body, and this one is a spell.
Yeah. Obviously one on the left's more potent, but
it's conditional too.
It is conditional, but I mean, if they have a big dude, they don't want to turn sideways. I mean, there are situations where that's not good.
Yeah.
Because But for us, so far, it mostly has to be a big flyer for it to be a problem for us.
Okay.
So I'm leaning toward Lightning Strike.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Entomb draws us a card. Sack critters when you summon them to get some power up, and enemy player discards a spell or attachment of your choice from their hand.
Ooh, that's pretty
I
good.
will take it.
Yes.
That is kind of pseudo removal. It's application, but basically the situation in which it is good is when they have something in their hands that is good,
and we can't something that we can't innately deal with.
Yeah, it won't get rid of critters, so that's the thing. Is it attachment or it's up at 2 cost, I think.
Oh yeah, spell or attachment.
No,
yeah, you're right.
Spell or attachment, but it can stop their removal. It can stop their buffs. We kind of just have to know when to play it, but it's 1. We'll just throw it out.
All right, we got a 2/2.
Gives us a snowball. Again, some weak removal, but get enough weak removal. Scaly Grown. Crap.
1/4.
It's crap. It's D.
Why is this one? Oh, because of its high.
It's a 1/4.
Gotcha.
It is gonna. It's the best thing it does is gets in the way
of
someone else, and until it dies, and then it's just not. It's not a threat. It's not something you care about.
Okay.
If you saw on the other side of the field, you wouldn't really be compelled to play a spell to remove it because you don't really care that much.
Right.
We have a counter spell that also shocks them. So an enemy spell. Creatures aren't spells in this game.
Let me double check.
Like that's how that works.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. So it only counters spells. I would go with the Yeti. I'd take the weak removal over a very limited counter spell.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's see. We got another Yeti, another Daze, which I already said I don't like that much. We have some card draw. Draw 2, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. It's a fast spell. I mean, situationally, if it lines up with our
Psychic Savant, yeah.
Psionic Savant, Flying Shaman, but that's pretty situational.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go Yeti.
Take another Yeti?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. The Frostkin is kind of defensive. It's Daze on a body, so it is better than Daze. But but in the middle we have that Lethrai Ranger again, who I wasn't happy with last time we saw them. I'm gonna go with the Frostkin because the Daze is sitting there like being almost useful. This is a 4-cost 3/3 that gets me a Daze. I'll take that. I put him down. So stun. Show me stun again. They don't untap.
Correct.
Exhaust unit. It doesn't ready on its owner's turn. Can't attack or block. Okay, so it basically does tap it and it can't untap.
Yep.
Okay, that's better than I thought it was. Yes, grab him. We slap a.
So is the reason why we're not picking this Ranger is because its infiltrate is not a guarantee to hit face?
Yeah, really, it's a 2/2 on foot for 2. It is. It's a bear with a nice trick. A bear, by the way, is a 2-cost 2/2.
2-cost 2/2, yeah.
It's a bear with a nice trick, but it's not that hard to be better than that. It is not bad, but it's not that hard to be better. Is really what it comes down to. And so far, it hasn't been the best thing of the 3. So I'd rather have the Jarl's Frostkin because if anything, he could get an infiltrate. He could get a ranger through to infiltrate.
Okay.
By stunning one of their blockers.
Right. Okay.
So he's useful. If I had like 3 of him, I'd grab that ranger, but I'd rather have him first.
Gotcha. Got another flyer.
Yeah, little bitty flyer.
Quick draw is first attack if it's attacking.
It's first strike.
Yes, if when it's attacking.
Okay, first strike on attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Gives them +4 attack and quick draw.
So it gives us a combat trick.
Yeah, we also have another Vera's Favor. I wish we were getting a little bit more potent removal.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm guessing that kind of removal isn't in these two colors. Seeing what we've drawn so far.
Yeah, possibly. I'm gonna leave. So we have a bunch of evasive creatures. I'm gonna go with Rapid Shot because it is now useful on anything we have, basically, even a Cloud Snake. If we draft one of those later,
Okay.
because you can go, yeah, it's a 1/2, and I'm gonna turn it into a 5/2.
Okay.
Shield is crap. Ravenous Thorn Beast is probably the best thing we're looking at.
The problem is, so 3/3 for 3, is that pretty? That seems pretty baseline.
Yeah, 3/3 for 3 is baseline. If you 3/3 for, it's basically it's a 5/5 for 3 and killing a creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's got no evasion. I'm trying to see who we would kill for it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe the dark wisp is better. We have we have a whole bunch of poke in the deck. Maybe we could chump with a dark wisp and then poke them to finish them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because there's that one deck that we went against when we recorded last time that had a lot of cards that synergized. I've had a lot of Entomb, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they had a few good summon and sack creatures and a bunch of good Entomb ones.
So should we go with the Dark Wisp in hopes that we get more Entomb cards to then choose Ravenous Thornbeast?
I'm not really hoping for either of those things. I'm more just trying to decide which is better between Dark Wisp and Ravenous Thornbeast.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for Wisp.
Because I'm thinking, like, what would I sack to the Thornbeast? We have a bunch of flyers, and he doesn't fly.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, hey, look at that.
Execute. Kill an exhausted enemy.
Oh, that's really good. Take that.
Yes, it is. Take that all day, every day. I'll draft 5 more of those. Deal 2 damage. I assume that's to creature or player.
Correct.
Let's see. Gives a unit flying this turn and draws a card. We have a bunch of flyers.
That's a nice...
I'm going to go Alchemical Blast. Removal. That's the another Frostkin who stuns someone when he comes in.
Right. What did we just choose that execute?
Yeah,
Never mind. That's a 7 mana combo. Never mind. So, okay. Deal 2?
Yeah. Yep, I'll take the shock for 3. Spiked Helm can buff our flyers. Play a copy of one of your units. I like that thing if we get some good dudes to copy. Let's see. 2 cost 1/3 with Aegis. Ultimate can only be used once. Pay 4 to give them +1 attack and flying.
That seems so. It's a 7 mana 2/3 flyer. When it comes out, 6 mana.
Yeah, if you do it all in one turn, but also it can't attack the turn it comes out, so you're going to do that next turn. But
yeah.
I think that's permanent. But yeah, you can basically play it for 2, and then next turn or 2 turns later, pay 4 and turn it into a 2/3 flyer. You can basically have a 2/3 flyer on turn 4 ready to swing. I take the Spiked Helm, 0 cost 1/1, or 0 cost +1/+1. We can slap that on any of our flyers, and it's 1 extra damage every turn.
Excellent. I'll have to grab that.
Got another flyer, and we have that counterspell and that shield. Don't like the shield any day at all. The counterspell is very situational, and that's a flyer. I'll take the flyer. And it's got pseudo removal, right? The aerial ace has got Aegis. Oh, no, Aegis is the protection thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which that's fine.
Okay.
Yep. And again, the fact that it's 5 for a 2 attack critter doesn't really matter nearly as much because mana curve isn't as big of a deal. Let's see. Echo, transform a unit into a random unit that costs 1 more. I mean, that's fun and interesting, but
yeah, I don't know what the monsters are to even say if that's a good enough card to use or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd probably do that with some like high-ish cost monsters, and you
Mhm.
pop a 6 cost into a 7 cost or something. Especially if they do something when they come into play, and then you play that next turn, and they turn into something big and fat. But we got a bunch of critters who are decent, so I would take the 6 cost 3/2 flyer. Free if you have played 2 spells this turn. That might happen. I'm not counting on it.
Yeah.
Frankly, 6 mana to drop a 3 power dude is perfectly fine. Back in was it Lorwyn? Yeah, Lorwyn. Second set of Lorwyn block. When fairies were a big thing, I did so many drafts of Lorwyn second set, and I drafted blue-black fairies nearly every single time because so many people underestimated the normally overcosted fairies in draft. Like, there was a thing called Fencer Click. This is going to be an example here. I'm not going to tangent too much, but this is an important example. There's 2 cards that are normally totally unplayable in any sort of constructed format. But in draft, they're amazing. And I once literally drafted 6 or 7 copies of one and 4 of the other in a single draft, and won because of that, because they're fucking amazing. One of them is Fencer Click. It was 2 blue and 3 colorless for a 3/2 flyer, 3/2 flying fairy. You can pay a blue and a colorless and put it on top of your deck.
From anywhere?
Oh, well, from play.
Okay.
It's a 3 power flyer. For 5 mana, it doesn't matter if it's got 1 toughness. It doesn't matter if it's got a half a toughness. It's fucking amazing. You turn it sideways, and they take 3. They swing at you with something with 3 toughness or less. You block, put damage on the stack, because this is back before they changed the goddamn rules. And then you pay 2, and it comes on top of your library, and you get to pay 5 for a 3 power flyer again, and you were super happy about that. It's amazing. I once drafted, I think, 6 or 7 Fencer Clicks in one draft. It was amazing. And because I kept bouncing them, I probably played like 12 of them. The other one was, God, I can't remember the name of it. It was some sort of flower-themed thing. It was a black fairy spell. It might have been an instant. It didn't matter. It cost like 5 colorless and a black. You destroy target creature and put a 1/1 black flying fairy token into play. Fucking incredible. That's removal and a flyer. Doesn't matter if it's a 1/1 and it costs 6 mana. This is draft. You remove the best thing on their side of the field and get a flyer for it.
Right.
I would and did draft that all day, every day. It was super good. I swear half my deck in one of those drafts was just Fencer Clicks and whatever the Death Lotus was, whatever it was called.
Oh, really quick. So the way drafting works here is your run ends when you hit 7 wins or 3 losses.
Okay.
So should we be concerned that the low end of our curve is mostly spells? Because we've got Spike. I think we've got 1.
Mana curve doesn't matter as much.
We
just need to make sure we have enough critters.
Right, that's what I'm worried about. So we have 1/1 drop, one drop creature, 1 2-drop creature. Oh no, we got these Snow Slingers. Okay, that's a little better.
Yeah, and it's more like if we had too many spells and not enough dudes. It doesn't really matter a whole lot what they cost, unless it's just like, unless we have a deck of nothing but like 4 cost and up. Which right now we have a pretty low mana curve. So that by itself might be a bit of an issue because we might peter out. Which is why one more reason why I'm gonna say to draft that fatty flyer.
Right here.
Yep.
All right.
Another Blood Beetle. I like me some Blood Beetle. And an Aerial Ace, though.
Good lord. We have 2 already.
Yeah, I will take 7. Just because we want a little more staying power, I'm leaning toward the Aerial Ace.
Okay.
I mean, mind you, it's 5 for a 2/3 instead of 1 for a 1/2 that becomes a 2/3. It has Aegis as well, which is helpful.
Gives it evasion.
It gives some protection against removal. It's got a single removal shield.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
let's
gonna err on the side of staying
go for
power.
it.
Go with
Okay,
Ambulance.
sounds good.
If the Blood Beetle's good, but let's see. There's another spiked helmet. What's haunting? Scream. Play a unit with a cost 4 or less from
The void
your
is the
void.
graveyard.
Okay. It gets charged and flying. Sacrifice it at the end of the turn. That'd be a pretty sweet card if we were doing an Entomb deck, but we're not. I'm leaning toward another spiked helm. Oh no, that's a +2/+2. Never mind.
Yeah.
That.
And I think weapons we equip, and hold on. I think relic weapons we equip, so we get to attack as well.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. No, I've looked this up. Hold on. Actually, we'll do it later on.
Just
Okay.
grab it.
Okay.
If,
we'll figure it out.
It'll be evasion and or removal.
Mm-hmm. Because it says you get lifesteal this turn.
Yeah, I thought that meant like when you deal damage. We'll figure it out.
Right.
Let's see. Draw cards. Yeti and deal 1 damage. Fate. Does something when drawn. Increase the damage dealt by all static bolts in your hand and deck by 1. So if you play it the turn you draw it, it's a shock for 2.
No, it's even worse than shock. It only does 1 damage.
Well, it says fate, increase damage.
Oh,
no, I keep forgetting these things are permanent. So it deals 2. Because when you draw your first one, it increases the damage of all static bolts in your deck by 1.
Oh,
so
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
The first one does 2 for 2. The second one does 3 for 2. I'm going to lean toward that for removal. Removal beats evasion. Actually, no, we don't have any evasion. That's not a flyer. So yes. Static bolt.
Over card draw?
Definitely.
Okay.
1/1 flyer. 1/3 flyer. 3 cost 2/1. Give someone flying. They would probably give themselves flying.
Flying, yeah.
We don't have that many flyers in it, non-flyers in our deck, so I mean it is a 2-power flyer for 3.
So would we take? So now the question is 2/1 flyer versus 1/1 lifelink flying.
Don't care that much about the lifesteal.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Kobold Acolyte because we might draw other things where that might be helpful to give something else flying. But frankly, I'd take a 3 cost 2/1 flyer over a 2 cost 1/1 flying lifelink.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Infiltrate. Play a 2/2 Serpent Hatchling with flying. Ooh, and she's got flying. Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Other things. I need to read the other things, but if you flying this turn, draw a card. That's crap. Trickster's Cloak. Summon. The wielder is unblockable this turn. So 1 turn unblockable.
Do we care about that with as much evasion and flying as we have in our deck?
Really. It's 1 turn. I carry much more about 2/2/2 flyers for 4.
Excellent. So the Serpent Trainer?
Yeah, it's the Infiltrate is it's the first time it hits an enemy player. So we're not going to keep shitting out hatchlings, but still.
Okay, we'll go for that.
Yes, Serpent Trainer. Yeti Spy just has Infiltrate, no evasion. We have another Daze. And Dark Return, draw a unit from your void. It gets +1/+1. I'll take that because we can get back our flyers and they'll come back with a buff.
Sounds good.
All right, so we got some rares now. Start of your turn, draw a card. So defense and card draw, not really. 2 cost 1/2 flyer with a lot of text. When they attack, you may discard a card to draw a higher cost card from your deck. It's interesting. Our deck isn't really planned out though.
Yeah.
So you pay 5, they get flying and Aegis. You pay 5, and then at the end of your turn, your units get +2 attack. Yeah, we'll take that. Champion of Cutting. That's a bomb with evasion.
All right. Here we go.
Okay,
all right.
so
They go first.
we have 1 energy in our hand.
Ew.
So in this game, you get 1 free mulligan and you have to keep it. That's how it works.
Yep.
Okay. I would say mulligan because we got 1 energy.
And our deck is. Oh, I didn't know it did that.
So,
Draw a new hand with 2 to 4 power.
oh, well, sweet. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, benefits of electronic card games. You can just kind of force things like that. Hey, and Static Bolt has powered up. Did we get a Deuter? No, we got our big fatty Deuter, so...
Yep.
What did we draw?
Deplete
Seed of Cutting.
It gives us both of those, but it goes into play depleted unless we have a sigil in our hand.
Depleted means it isn't usable the turn it is.
Correct.
We didn't draft that, so he just kind of gave us
It
that.
gave us that, yeah.
Okay, that's part of our energy. Is that an energy card, or...?
It is an energy card.
Okay.
So think of it as...
Oh, yeah.
Think of it as a dual land that comes into play tapped if we don't have it land in hand.
It's a double land.
Yeah.
I think they had exactly that in. So, yeah. Yeah, slap it down. Right, sigil is energy. Okay, so sigil. So I keep saying energy instead of mana, and yeah, slap that down, and we have nothing else to do. Oh, so wait, are we a 1/1? What's that? Is that what that means?
We have...
Okay, so could we have attacked?
No. We are not 1/1. This is the energy that we have.
Oh, we have 1 of each energy.
Yeah.
Saw the slash, and my mind went to magic. So they slapped down a 2/1. Does that 2/1 do anything? I didn't see it.
Charge.
Okay. So what energy do we need? We got 1 of each.
Yep.
And
we got a Yeti we can throw down.
Yeah. That's probably what we're gonna do. I didn't really look that closely about whether our deck favors one color more than the other. So I think we have more blue than purple, at least in the big costs. So I'd throw down a blue.
Throw down blue. Throw down the Yeti.
Yeah, throw down the blue. Throw down the Yeti, and then we can snowball their 2/1.
We have to infiltrate.
Oh, wait, that's what it is? Infiltrate? Oh, that was summon.
I thought it was too. There's another one that's also a Yeti that summons whose summon is summon a snowball.
Okay, never mind. They probably cost more. Well, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, we drew a sigil. We could rapid shot our Yeti.
Attack then. Because it's a fast spell, so we can attack.
I don't want them to block. I'd much rather have, because then we'll trade. I don't want them that. I want to buff them and then turn them sideways.
Well, with quick draw, he gets first attack when he's attacking.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it's first strike as well. So yeah, turn them sideways. And,
all right. So do you want to throw down a sigil first, or wait till our next phase?
Let's see. We don't need. Is the shock a fast spell?
No.
Okay, then it doesn't matter. So we'll wait on the sigil. So yeah, attack with them.
All right, quick draw.
Yep, quick draw. There you
go. Sigil for the turn. Purple.
Yep. Yeah, purple, even it out.
All right.
We could have shocked it so they couldn't block and then hit him for 6 and gotten a snowball, but...
I'd much rather... I'd much rather hold the spell.
Yeah, we used our quick draw as removal instead of as damage.
Damage, yeah.
So, it's permanent. I keep forgetting that. It is permanent. That's a 6/2 Yeti now.
Oh no, it's
Oh no, it's not. Okay, that wasn't. No, yeah. It's while it's attacking.
yeah. While it's attacking.
Oh no, it does say this turn. It
Yeah.
does say this turn. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Using it as removal is good. What do you play?
He
5/2?
played this 5/2.
Yeah, 5/2. Okay, it's just a 5/2.
Yeah.
All right, looks like shock fodder. Oh wait, no, alchemical blast. Because we can afford it. We don't have anything else to play. Actually, we could play both if we wanted to. So, let me see. We haven't dropped a sigil this turn, have we?
No.
Oh, we can drop our fatty.
We don't have enough. We'll be one short. We'll be at 4.
Wait, so okay, no, the 3/3 does not mean. What does that 3/3 mean?
Okay, so this is the amount of sigils that we have in play. Remember that one?
Oh,
that counts as one or the other.
Oh, so we have 2 blue sigils and 2 purple sigils, and that other sigil, and it's not counting that in the other count.
So we've got 1.
It says we have 3 out of. Okay, so we have 3 out of 3 untapped. No, I don't know what that's telling us.
Yes. So it tells we have 3 out of 3 unused sigils. This one counts as one or the other, but not both.
Okay, yeah. So our total amount of mana. I'm gonna say mana because I don't know what they call it. Total amount of mana is 4 right now. If we play another sigil, we have 5, so we can play our fatty this turn.
No, this one only counts as we have 1, 2, 3. That is either one or the other.
No, Matt, Mo. It says gain blue and purple, not blue or purple. And off to the left there, it says we have available to us. Or off to the right there, it says we have available to us 2 blue and 2 purple. We have 3 untapped sigils, so we have 4 right now. But I was just commenting, we don't want to play our fatty right now because we want to remove their deuter so we can swing through. And we can play our fatty next turn.
Oh.
That's what I was going to suggest.
Okay.
I was just commenting we could play him.
Oh, I get it.
I'd rather nuke the centaur.
So
alchemical blast because it costs more.
Right.
It does the same.
Okay.
And then we swing.
Get a snowball.
And then put down a lethal.
Anyone?
Yeah, blue. We'll favor blue and keep them even otherwise.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we're done. Snowball is not fast, is it?
No.
5/3 with overwhelm is trample, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, flyer. So we have available to us this turn 6 mana. I think we should get our big deuter out. Let's swing with our Yeti. See if he blocks. If he blocks, we'll snowball him and take him out, and then we'll still have enough to play either of our dudes.
Oh, because we can still throw a pseudo down. Got it.
Yup. Yep, he's blocking, so we'll snowball him. Stupid NPC.
Let's throw down a primal.
Yep. So we want to get to 5 blue so we can make him flying an Aegis.
Right.
So I would say yeah, we've got enough.
No, we don't because it's not glowing.
Well, wait, why not? It costs 5.
See, that's...
You have to pay... Oh, hang on. Well...
I wonder if this is one time... Oh, no, it doesn't make any sense.
We've got a sigil in our hand. It gives you 2.
I wonder if it's for that turn only.
No, because that would say summon. It's a sigil.
1, 2,
Sigils
3.
tap to give you power.
So...
Didn't tap that to play the snowball, did it? Like, what's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 available. I'm not sure.
Because even if it did tap it, we should still have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we have 5 cards, and it says we have available to us 4 blue and a purple. Or 4 blue and 2 purple. The snowball cost 1. Yeah, the snowball cost 1.
Cost 1.
Cost 1 primal.
So
we can't play either of our 5 costs, though.
Hold on, what is this called? It is called
Seat of Cunning.
Seat of Cunning. I'm looking at it on my phone, so I don't want to jack up.
Yeah.
Seat of Cunningham? What the hell is that? Alright, sorry guys, give us a minute while us newbies... Depleted unless you have a sigil in your hand. Isn't usable the turn it's played. Okay, we figured that out. So... Can I see add? Reddit, help me. Okay, I will look it up later, because we're obviously missing something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But we are, if we can't play our duders, then we're not going to play anything, and we're going to go.
Huh, that's interesting. They didn't play anything.
Well, slap down a sigil. Slap down a primal sigil. Primal. We want to get 5 blue so we can make our fatty fly.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, it's if we have
Oh,
that.
it's if we have that.
Oh, sweet. I thought we had to pay that next turn.
That's what I thought,
so, yeah,
too.
you got Flying and Aegis.
Sweet.
So in that case, we need 5 shadows, 5 shadow sigils immediately, because that's every turn. At the end of your turn, your units get +2 attack.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking great. You know, as if a 5/5 flyer isn't good enough.
Oh my god.
So let's see. He's got Flying Aegis. He's got Flying Killer. I would say Flying Aegis.
I would say Flying
That's
Killer.
a 3/3. Never mind. It's a 3/3 and a 2/3. 3 power is better.
Because if they drop a creature, we can exhaust it and attack it. Well, assuming it's got less than 3 health, 2 health.
Yeah. Well, it's removal. It's got 3 power. That's enough by itself. But yes, it's also removal. So slap him down.
Drop the sigil as well.
Sure. Drop a sigil. We'll do everything before our attack phase, like noobs. Punch him in the tits. In turn. Deals 1 damage to enemy player.
Ow, my toe.
Oh no. He's gonna... Oh wait. You didn't attack. He has charge.
Huh, that's interesting.
That's a word for it. Throw that down, that sigil, and see if it gives us 1 more of each, because that'll give us 1 close. Even though we can't use it unless we have a sigil in our hand, throw it down. It puts us at 4. So yeah, it does count for counting up toward getting 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our flyer. So swing away, first of all. And then I would plop down our other flyer. Okay. That is fine. Let's eat his little duder. Gives us 1 shadow. And lets us draw 1 shadow sigil.
Yep, and that'll
play it. And now at the end of the turn, all our dudes get +2 attack, which won't matter because he's going to die this turn.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit overkill.
But win more. Bam, bam, bam. Okay.
Ooh, she immediately mulliganed.
This isn't a bad hand to keep, so.
We got more than enough.
Yeah, we can go
power.
Seed of Cunning. We can go Seed of Cunning first 2 turns and then just sit on 1 sigil.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first 3 turns, we'll probably draw at least 1, so we'll be able to get 6 energy out available to us. 6 power out available to us on turn 4. So, yeah, I would keep it.
Wait, how do you figure? Oh, okay.
Because each of the seats gives us 2, unless we're still reading it wrong. But I don't know what else it would do, and that's what it tells me it does.
Because I would think if it were so 2,
you have to
4.
hold the sigil in your you have to hold the sigil in your hand in order to get it to give you 2. So it's only really accelerating you like the first turn or 2, or if you have 2 of them and you just hold 1 in your hand for the rest of the game.
Okay.
It's early acceleration that stops accelerating unless you get multiple and just sit on 1 sigil.
Right. Okay.
So it's not crazy powerful.
So technically, by turn 3, we should have 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, on turn 3 we'll have 5 available.
Okay.
And we can actually use the 2 because you also can't use the turn it comes out. So actually, it's not early. It's like 2nd or 3rd turn acceleration, and then it sort of peters out. It's really situational, but this is the perfect situation, honestly.
Okay.
So I'd keep it.
All right.
We're gonna have 5 power on turn 3. Okay, so Seed of Cunning for the first 2 turns.
Okay.
And then we'll pass.
So this says we have
1 thing untapped, and we have 1 blue and purple available.
Okay, let me keep an eye on that.
Although it should say 0 of 1 because it's not usable this turn, but whatever. That's a 1/1 flyer +1 when you have a unit in your void. That's cool. Would have liked one of those. Or 7. Hey, we got another Seed of Cunning. So, second turn Seed of Cunning. We don't have a 2-drop we care about. We can get poked once by that.
Yeah, okay. Ow, my toe.
Okay.
So throw down this other seat?
Well, okay, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we drop a regular Shadow Sigil, we'll have 5 power available, and we can play our Aerial Ace. Or, what's our 3-drop there? What was that? That's Execute. Okay, we don't want to waste an Execute on the little guy. Our other option is to throw down another Seed of Cunning, and then pass, and we'll have a bunch of mana next turn. But I think we should get the Deuter out. So I would say throw down a Shadow Sigil this turn, and then use 5.
See, it's...
I don't know. I don't know how they work. Maybe it's a really shitty dual land then, and you get one or the other, but...
I wonder if we're reading the cards wrong. I wonder if that number is how many sigils you have to have.
Nah, that'd be weird, because then why would you have a dual land if it didn't count as both? Because then it would just be a colorless sigil in that case.
Because we have 2 extra energy...
Yeah, but why would it say
then you're right. What's the point of having...
It would just be 2 colorless.
Right.
So...
Oh... Now I'm really... We don't have a time limit for versus AI. Sorry, folks. Give us a minute, because now this is really confusing. Eternal card game sigil.
If you know, and you're watching, in the chat. If we're recording, yell it at your screen, and we won't hear you. Or come yell at us on Facebook at the Secret Cal Level Podcast. Actually, what's the group called? They have to yell at us on the group, not the page, because you can't yell at the page.
Facebook.com/group/The Secret Cal Level Podcast.
Oh, right. It's just group/Secret Cal Level Podcast.
Right.
If you yell at that one, we will hear you.
Draft sigil distribution.
Come tell us how big of noobs we are.
Influence and power are not the same thing.
What's influence? Is influence what those symbols mean? And which one's the number?
The number... Wait. Okay, the number is the amount of power. Okay.
So the 3/3 is the number of power.
Influence
that lets you play cards of that faction. All right, you might be right. Well, but we've got an... Okay, so...
Oh, okay. So let's say if we were to get 2 more... Play our 2 shadow... No, that wouldn't make any sense. Let's rewind. Let's say we had 1 blue and 4 shadow. We could not play this, even though we have the 5 requirement, but we don't have the faction requirement.
Okay. I mean, it's still sort of the same thing.
It's sort of this... It's just... odd to think of it.
They're not double lands. The Seed of Cunning does not give us 2 power. It only gives us 1 power.
But gives us 2 influence.
So all sigils give 1 power. It's basically like all mana is colorless, but you have to have at least, 2 islands to play a counterspell. You just have to have 2 islands. It doesn't matter if they're tapped or anything. You could have 2 islands sitting there and 11 mountains, and you could just play 6 counterspells because you've got you have all the power you need. Basically, essentially all mana is colorless, but you have to have X number of that card's type of land in order to be able to play that card.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what mana you have available. So the Seats of Cunning give us 1 of each influence, but still only give us 1 power. It is not accelerating. Yeah, so they're not that good. That's why it's not weird that they just gave everyone 4 of them. It's not really acceleration. It's just okay. So that's cool. So it is kind of an interesting mechanic because you're able to color fix that way. It makes multicolor decks more doable because, like I said, you could have say you're playing a blue-red deck and you've got counter spells. If you have 2 islands out and 6 mountains, you could play 4 counter spells in the same turn.
Right.
Because all mana is colorless, and you only have to have 2 islands to be able to play that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that's I like that mechanic if you want to really encourage multicolor decks, and it does.
Okay.
But we're not accelerated, and we have 3 power. And we're not going to execute their Vulture, especially when they would make the other one just do the same amount of damage as to the 2 of them together.
So it would be ill-advised to Vara's favor one of them?
Except that if they play a 3rd critter and we're like, oh, we don't like that.
Oh, yeah.
They both become 2 ones. So we might just Varus favor one of the vultures so that when we inevitably execute something else, it doesn't get us hit in the tits for 2 extra damage. Or we could just ignore the vultures and, wait and kill things that
I
matter.
think we can wait.
They are flyers, so that does curb our evasion, but they're 1/1s. They get +1 attack though, so they can knock down our flyers. Yeah, Varus favor 1.
Okay.
Varus favor the untapped one, I would say, just because. Nuke 'em, we get a Shadow Sigil, and we're good.
A small incision.
Oh,
All
okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, we can see what that thing does. Let's see. Do we have something else we want to play? We only have potentially 4 power available to us this turn. We could throw in a Seat of Cunning, and we'd still only have 3. Because we can't use it the turn comes to play.
No, we can, unless we have a sigil in hand, which we do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right. So you just can't use it at all. Oh no, it's just the turn it's played. Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah. So you don't have to hold a sigil for the rest of the game. You just have to have another land in your hand when you play it.
Mhm.
All right, that makes sense. But either way, we have 4 power.
We only have 4
available to us.
power. Yep.
So I'd throw on the Seat of Cunning, and play that.
This one. Because if there are no legal targets, it won't let us play it.
Okay.
Sure. But if it is, we get +2.
Yeah, it says weapon, so. Okay.
Okay.
We +2/+2. Sweet. Does that mean when we take 2 damage, it goes away?
Yes, we either take 2 damage or we swing twice with it, I believe.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Are we attacking the flyer?
Yeah. Can we choose a target?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Let's use it as removal then. I'd rather kill something than deal 2 damage to them. And it broke. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't take 2 damage. We're still at 25.
Yep.
Okay. Oh wait, we gained 2 life because we had lifelink that turn.
Yeah, so if what it looks like what happened is it hit us for 2, the weapon absorbed 2 damage, and then we gained 2 life.
Yeah, back to 25. So basically that card was deal 2 damage to target creature and gain 2 life.
Yes.
While also taking damage equal to their attack -2.
-2, yep.
Yeah. In turn.
We're learning.
This has been a learning experience.
A small incision.
Hey, look at you not debuffing our dudes. We counter your removal by not playing anything worth playing. Ah ha ha. I'd throw down blue because we got plenty of purple right now. And then, what's the Psionic Savant we want out first because that gets buffed every time we draw.
Okay.
It's a 1/1, so they may kill her, but
oh, they do have a lot of debuffers.
yeah, but we have no idea what's in their hand. They have 2 cards in hand, and they'll be just as likely to have stuff to kill her later as now. So, player.
I like that logic.
I have foreseen this.
End turn. What's that gargoyle do? It's a 0/2 flyer, I think, right? Oh, Entomb. Play a 2/2 gargoyle with flying.
Yep.
They killed her with a Varus favor. And now they're going to waste another Varus favor on us. Thank you.
So these 2 cards in hand have to be energy or sigils.
Yep, they got 2 sigils in hand. Let's see.
So we could throw down our fatty. Oh no, that's too. That's we
only have 6 this turn,
Yeah.
but I don't care about killing their little dudes. Let's get our get our aerial ace out. We can turn him sideways on one of their guys if we wanted to.
All right. Play our sigil.
No, right. Reading he has Aegis, not provoke, but yeah, which I'm fine with. They've got plenty of energy. All right, so let's put him down, and at the end of our turn, all our dudes get +2 attack.
Throw down the sigil.
Um,
So that's something else. Like, is there a time when you want to hold a sigil to like bluff removal?
yeah, potentially.
Okay.
I'll do that a lot. If I've got all the mana I could possibly want, then I'll just hold a handful of cards, even if they're all lands. Like, bluffing's important.
Because we're already at the threshold for him. That's all that really matters.
Yeah, I mean, we have some expensive cards, but yeah, let's swing first.
Okay.
And then throw him out. Big guy. Champion of cunning.
Throw down the sigil.
And
Because
Yes.
I think our cap is 5, so it'll allow us to do a 5 and
we
a
have
3 drop.
we have at least 1/6 cost.
Okay.
But yeah, throw that down. And yeah, end turn. And now they both have +2 attack, and we're gonna swing for 11 next turn. Oh, put down that sigil, so
Give
he
him
don't
flying.
he gets fly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to draw. Swing for 11 overhead. Bam, bam.
Drop our other fatty.
Yep, get another flyer out. Get dudes out every turn if possible, because everyone who's there at the end of turn gets +2 attack. See,
Wow,
next turn we have. Like
that is obscene right now.
I said, he's a bomb. That's a perfect example of a bomb. He will win you the game if he can get out and not die immediately. Like this is the 3rd turn he's been out.
So I can tap this, kill that,
We
and
need
swing for
to-
lethal. Because he can directly attack him, and these two are lethal.
Yes, that'll still be lethal. Yes, do that. No, we can't directly attack. He doesn't have provoke. Oh no, yeah, kill
he
her.
does.
Okay.
Yeah, killer.
Okay. Right, I was thinking killer was death touch. Killer is attack a dude. Yay.
I like how the icon had to move like extra far back for like extra saltiness.
9 damage.
Hey, baby.
I'm hungry.
Okay. You want to get some food after this? We give me a beer.
Oh, we need to go now. I need to go to bed.
What time is it? Time for you to go to bed?
8.
What do you want to get?
Fast food.
Okay. All right.
We'll be back like shortly. So.
Okay. I have to step away for a few minutes. Do you want to continue when I get back, or do you want to call it a night?
I'm fine with going a little bit longer if you're cool with going longer.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
Okay, let me cut off the stream. If you want to post the link to other people from Facebook, that would be super
Yeah.
sweet.
I'll get that done.
All right, we will be back shortly.